Hi everyone, my name is G. Pranit. I am from CSC G section. My topic is a survey of encryption standards. Introduction. Encryption is a method of converting plain text into a scrambled format known as ciphertext. This transformation is achieved using encryption algorithm and keys, ensuring that ensuring that only authorized parties can access the original information. It plays a critical role in protecting data confidentiality and integrity. Whether you are sending a private message, securing your bank details, or protecting classified information. Encryption is at the heart of digital security. Without it, modern day digital communication would be vulnerable to threats. It is used to various applications like emails, database, cloud storage, and even messaging apps. Encryption has evolved with time, becoming more robust and complex. There are two main types are symmetric and asymmetric encryption. Understanding encryption is essential for securing data in today's interconnected world. Importance of encryption in today's world. In the digital age, the data is constantly being transmitted and stored. Encryption ensures that this data remains safe from unauthorized access. It is a cornerstone of cybersecurity and compliance with privacy regulation like GDPR and HIPAA. For example, when you shop online or use internet banking, encryption protects your sensitivity data from hackers. Companies rely on encryption to protect intellectual property, and government use it to secure national securities. With increasing cyber attacks and database and data breaches, the importance of encryption continues to grow. It also supports trust in online system and service. Without encryption, digital services could not be relied upon for security. It underpins secure communication, digital identity, and e-commerce. Symmetric encryption overview. Symmetric encryption uses the same key for both encryption and decryption. This method is fast and efficient, especially for large amount of data. Example include AES, full form Advanced Encryption Standards, and DES, Data Encryption Standard. However, the challenge lies in key distribution. Both sender and receiver must have access to the same key, and securely sharing this key is difficult. Despite this drawback, symmetric encryption is widely used to secure communication, file encryption, and virtual private network. It offers high performance but requires strong key management. Like that, asymmetric encryption overview, also known as public key encryption, uses two different keys, a public key to encrypt and a private key to decrypt. This method solves the problem of key distribution seen in symmetric encryption. RSA and ECC are popular symmetric algorithm. It is commonly used in secure web browsing, digital signatures, and secure emails. While slower than symmetric encryption, it offers better scalability and key management. It forms the foundation for public key infrastructure, which is critical in enterprises and government systems. Key for the beginning. One of the earliest encryption methods, the case for cipher dates back to Roman times. It involves shifting each letter in a message by a fixed number of position in the alphabet. For example, A becomes D with a shift of 3. Although extremely simple, it introduced the concept of discussing information. The case where cipher is not considered insecure, but it's useful for educational purpose. It is a form of substituting cipher and demonstrates a basic principle of encryption. Enigma machines, WW2 encryption. The Enigma machine was used by Nazi Germany during World War II for secure connection. It used a complex system of routers to scramble plain text into ciphertext. Each router configuration changed the encryption pattern, making it extremely difficult to break. Allied forces, especially the team of Bletchley Park led by Ellen Turing, played a major role in cracking the Enigma code. The breakthrough significantly shortened the war. Enigma represents the transition from mechanical to electromechanical encryption system. Data encryption standards, in shortcut DES. D was developed in 1970s by IBM and adopted by US government. It has 56-bit key and operates on 64-bit blocks of data. While securing at the time, advances in computing made DES vulnerable to brute force attacks. Today, DES is a large absolute and has been replaced by stronger algorithms like AES. However, it laid the foundation for future encryption development and remained critical part of cryptographic history. Triple DS. To improve upon DS, Triple DS applies the DIS algorithm 3 times to each data block. These approaches increase security by extending the key length to 112 or 168 bit. Although stronger than DES, 3DS is slower and then suitable for high performance application. NIST has recommended phasing out 3DS due to vulnerability. Still, it was widely used in banking and finance before the adoption of AES. Advanced Encryption Standard AES. AES is the current gold standard for encryption. Selected through a public competition by NIST, is replaced DES in 2001. AES supports key size of 128, 192 and 256 bytes and is known for its speed, security and efficiency. It is used in everything from SSLs and TLS to disk encryption and secure messaging apps. AES is a symmetric block cipher and remains unbroken when properly implemented. Its adoption is global and includes government and military applications. ECC. ECC is a public key encryption technique based on elliptic curve over finite fields. ECC offers simpler security to RSA, but with much smaller key size, making it ideal for resources constrained environment like mobile devices and IoT. A 256-bit ECC key offers comparable security to a 3072-bit RSA key. ECC is also faster and requires less bandwidth. Applications include mobile security and cryptocurrency, example Bitcoin's uses of ECC, and secure messaging apps. As computing advances, ECC has become increasingly popular due to efficiency and strength. Other encryption algorithm, first one is Blowfish. Blowfish is a symmetric block cipher designed to be fast, secure and free to use. It supports variable length key from 32 to 448 bits. Unlike DS, Blowfish is not patented, making it attractive for open source use. It is known for the simplicity and performance. Blowfish has a 64-bit block size, which is considered a limitation by modern standards. Through no longer recommendation for new system, it remains in use in legacy application and certain password hashing function. Second other encryption algorithm is Twofish. Twofish is a successor to Blowfish and was one of the finalists in the AES competition. It supports 128-bit block size and key up to 256 bits. Twofish is faster, secure and designed to be flexible. It is not as widely adopted as AES, but is used in some security tools like TrueCrypt and KeePass. Twofish is free of parents, can be implemented without licensing fees. It offers strong encryption and it is still considered a viable alternative to AES in many applications. IDEA means International Data Encryption Algorithm. Third one, IDEA is a symmetric encryption algorithm known for its strength and simplicity. It operates on 64-bit block and uses a 128-bit key. It was used in earlier version of PGP and remains resistant to differential cryptanalysis. Although patient initially, the parent has no expert. IDEA is not as common today as IES or Twofish, but remains theoretically strong and relevant in academic studies. It provides a good balance between performance and security. RC4 and its fall. RC4 is a stream cipher that was once widely used in SSL, WEP and Microsoft products. It gained popularity due to its speed and simplicity. However, over time, vulnerabilities were discovered that made it susceptible to attacks. As a result, RC4 is now deprecated by major standards. Organizing and should not be used. The failure of RC4 emphasized the importance of continuous cryptanalysis and update to encryption standards. Chacha 20 Kaka 20 is a modern replacement of RC4. It is extremely safer, known as security, speed, and simplicity. It is used in Google's TLC protocols and messaging apps like WhatsApp and Signal. It provides high performance encryption even low power devices. It resists to time attacks and support 256-bit keys. It is often paid a poly of 1305 for message authentication, forming the Chacha 20 poly 1305 authentication encryption scheme. Encryption applications. First application, encryption in web security like SSLC and TLC. This protocol uses asymmetric encryption, asymmetric encryption for the handshake and symmetric encryption for the actual data web system, with HTTPs and SSLs and TLS to protect data from logging credentials. TLS 1.3 is the last version of offering enhanced security and speed. Second one, encryption in email like PGP and GPG is a pretty good privacy and very GPG used for encryption for email specification. We used it. Second application. Third application, data storage like disk encryption, BitLocker, and file value encryption entire hard drive. Homographic encryption. Homographic encryption allows computation and encryption data without decrypting it. This breakthrough enables privacy-preserving operation in cloud computing. AI and data analytics, for example, a server can compute results on encrypt medical records without seeing the actual data. While still inefficient for real-time use, research continues to improve performance. Homographic encryption is set to revolutionize secure data processing. Blockchain and encryption. Blockchain technology used to encrypt to secure and verify transaction. Cryptography hashing function like SHA 256 ensure data immutability. Bitcoins, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrency use encryption as their core security mechanism. Blockchain is an example of how encryption enables decentralized trust. Conclusion. Encryption is vital for data protection in various sectors. We explored symmetric and asymmetric encryption, historical algorithm, modern standards, and emerging technologies like quantum cryptography. Understanding encryption helps secure system and protect privacy. Organization and developer must follow best practice and stay updated without evolving standards. Thank you all.